wanted this. I never wanted to unleash my legions. Together we banished the ignorance of old night. But you betrayed me. You betrayed us all. You stole power from the gods and lied to your sons. Mankind has only one chance to prosper. If you will not seize it, then I will! So let it be war!
Yay.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. So so Yugioh is currently updating about 9 gigs, and it's currently at about 13. So we're just gonna have to wait for a little bit. And while that's going, I'd like to figure out some ideas for this. So. So, taking a look at it, like, I know you've taken a little look at it, probably, I don't know how much. Admittedly, this is extremely bare bones. It doesn't have a whole lot of detail to it. That's what I'm kind of working to just kind of figure out, since So, got most of what I've been working on these last few days are just kind of work on the like later on in the story. There's kind of there's a scene with a friend of mine as a character base. I'm just writing that for her and her son's birthday. Or birthdays, since I've missed about 4 of them.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, COVID was a nightmare for losing contact with a bunch of people. So we've got a lot, about 18 pages worth of stuff here. And I'm just looking to kind of figure out some stuff. So I'm trying to figure out, at least for kind of, so I've got this bit figured out. Thing is, for zone 2 legions attempt to reclaim / support gardens and dodge city legions on another planet. So we so then we kind of have the next bit. So we do have the same, much of the same things, but what we need to kind of figure out is one of the we're going to be doing exactly, since this is kind of the idea is early stages of the war. So it kind of starts off with like, honestly, I need to figure out like where it's, since the war's been kind of going on for a while and a little bit of a stalemate with no like big wins on either side. Just gonna... So with this one, kind of like maybe Manhattan. Okay, so all right. So I do goes under siege. Or up here. Can just be it's open as a theater of war. With that one, we kind of have a few things. Should pull up those. Let's just do window building ideas. So so the idea would be that it's a succubus. That's at least Manhattan and Junction are kind of succubus hubs, and while mostly Manhattan, they're like the idea with Junction is a really big military town. Like that's the main kind of like fortress for the area, and they're kind of expanding outward from it. I think that kind of the initial thing is probably it's going to be probably going to be, based on this, it's most likely going to be infiltration deal. Is kind of just the initial with key sabotage. As far as probably just well, since it's only Lawrence, we could actually just do Topeka trying to take a portion of Lawrence. Okay, with Dodge City, it's probably just continuation of what was happening last month. So I can just move that up here. For ease of use. Dodge and Garden just continue on defense. So, since I have no characters for that, I'm going to be making up a lot of characters for the names and no focus this in on, so it's a little bit more difficult than the later stuff in the series. So the missionaries were gone for 2 to 3 years by the time we got there. Um, Defense. The difficult one is figuring out what to do here. All right. Let me actually move that up here. Why is it down there? Pro start. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can still hear
Okay. Yeah, so let's just really slow to download or some download. It's only like 21%. Okay, let's see. The main difficulty I'm having here is because we got Wichita Prime and the Dunktown or Derby. And I'm just trying to figure out like what good conflict would be, since this is kind of the main planet, and I need to. One other thing that I need to figure out is percentages of how much ground the apostates have and what kind of bases they have, versus the Apostolicus. I'm just trying to figure that out. So the main thing I know about Wichita is, at least later on, it becomes basic. Like the conflict is based around the Apostolicus. There are military police. They don't often venture out there. A lot of the time, they are acting against espionage agents with the outer cities. It could be that that's kind of the thing that they're doing. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that one out. Since, and then another option is it's kind of in the stages and gets attacked. Well, okay, this part that actually works where a small town has to repel damage. It's not like a big, huge, epic battle. It's just these two guys have to fight off like an incursion by lizard people or apostates or something like that. Whereas here, this separate city is having to deal with a very large invasion that has to put it down. So that could be.
And you can see it from their point of view?
Whose point of view exactly? Question.
Well, your character's point of view. Like just
Yeah, that
where
would kind of be the idea. Yeah, that's a small, like kind of mixing up the stakes a little bit.
Okay.
one thing that I do want to set up, since I think that one thing I do want to set up is that I do want to set up is let me see. So currently, what I need to be doing, at least in top city stuff, is that I need to be setting up this guy DeLeon. The reason being is because he's going to become, he gets appointed to assistant about 2 months after the Crusade aid merges. So I just need to be setting up. So probably didn't change, so I just need to put that there. And Blake, and did AP after Lawrence is put under assault is infiltrated. Since eventually Lawrence is going to become its own going to have its own legion when it's reinforced. We just need to get to that, work up to that point. Let's see other things. Since man, there's a surprising amount of material here. This is going to be a while. This is going to be a long series. Okay. Okay, so that's been set up. Let's see. So, kind of continuing Topeka. So we're going to have definitely like maintaining kind of the assault. And assault on Lawrence. With the combination of the Topeka Spanish branch, so that will work. Okay. Continued. Maybe it's just Derby is under siege as well. Under siege as well. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, since a lot of this I need to probably create a map actually of each planet. Creating a planet map. I really need to figure that one out. Realistic. Ooh, that's interesting. There's a planet generator called Terran. Oh, it's 10 a month, sawed off. 10 months. That's bull. No. Have to go with Incarnate. I'll discard it. Maybe Incarnate's updated its stuff. Yeah, let's see. Incarnate. Thankfully, Incarnate's free at least. That's something. It's fantasy map, but I would kind of be.
Yeah.
It's just. One second.
Okay.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Oh, hey,
So
Roy.
boring. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we're just. Yeah, currently I'm trying to work out geography as well as figure out stuff.
I just hope you know which way is up.
Don't worry, I'm not in complete mentally
Why is
defeated
that?
chode like J.J. Abrams.
Man had to write that on on an acid trip or something. There's no fucking way. He did that like sober.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a complete idiot.
Like that Lord of the Rings script. I refuse to believe that was written consciously as someone with normal motor functions. We're part of the Matrix if it is.
Yeah,
I deny your reality.
Idiot. Yeah, he's an idiot. I just freaking hate JJ.
I bet it's an insult to stupid people. Because even stupid people can come up with that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I JJ.
What were we guys chatting before we got here? Before I got here, I mean.
So basically, I am working on figuring out the plot line based on these very, very minimal notes on the timeline of the my book. So I'm just kind of working out the first initial bit where I should probably move down. Okay, so they're actually grouped fine. All right. Let me see. So I'm just gonna group by planets here. So planet. Let's see. Prime. Taporia.
Yeah, you've been streaming a text document. Your internet dies. There we go.
Admittedly, though, I am downloading Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel's update, which is 9 gigs. That's taking a while. It's like at 40% currently, so
Dunn's fucking dial-up internet just wants to fucking die.
I've got 5 people in the same house, so
Dunktown.
So
Is that a reference to Dunkin' Egg?
5 people in the house? No, that's just because I've literally like 4 or 5 other people in my house.
Oh.
What? No, I was asking, is Dunktown like a reference to like Dunkin' Egg? Never mind.
Yeah, I haven't read Dunkin' Egg. I just know roughly what happens. So
Yeah, every time I hear eggs, I want regular eggs with some Tabasco sauce. Sounds good. Freaking egg fiend. I get to see the writing process. Funny, I
Yeah.
was playing some Fallout 3, and I think I wanted to croak. Some of the dialogue choices you get in that game are just cringe in my eyes.
Yeah, a little bit.
And if you're not familiar, some of the dialogue choices, at least in the very beginning of the game, for me at least, it's like you get to be like comedically good guy or comedically bad. And there's like hardly anything between. And it's like, please stop giving me this garbage dialogue.
Yeah.
Trucking
And
through
that's
that
where
game
the
for
New
like,
Vegas, folks.
yeah, I'm gonna play New Vegas after that.
Yeah, New Vegas is better.
I heard the gunplay is better too. I love my Bloom everything. RNG fucking guns. Alright, probably want to get back to the topic.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just kind of working on, like, I've got a vague idea of kind of the war that's happening, and I know kind of like which areas are like how
He's becoming one with the Matrix.
and of how many like legions are on the planets at this point in time. And I'm just kind of working on trying to flesh out the conflicts in each place.
I haven't been following any of this. Is there like a brief summary you can give me of what's been happening?
Okay, well, this is actually literally the beginning. So,
this is like something brand new.
Yeah, this
okay.
is kind of brand new. Yeah.
So there's no
sort of.
extended lore already.
Yeah, no, there's no extended lore. So basic principle is I'm actually taking my mission and turning it and the history thereof. This is actually fairly recent that this mission got started. It got started in 2013. So it's only about 11 years old. It first was the first mission president of this mission. And so the basic idea is that there's a between
I would love to understand him.
People and apostates. The examples. And
Possibly,
these three factions are kind of fighting against the.
Can you write it down in text? You're roboting like you're from Fallout.
Don't like the apostates or use demons. So
yes, this sounds really good.
So, and they're just like, all right, we don't like you, but we like them less. So, then there used to be two crusades. These three planets that are circling a giant, a large gas giant. That this singular gas giant is so enormous that it's able to have three Earth-sized dwarf planets that have an atmosphere similar to Earth's, and is big enough to support.
I think saying something like three-sized Earth-sized dwarf planets is kind of a bit of a contradiction. I guess maybe a better wording would be better.
Earth-sized satellite planets.
If they are like Earth-sized, then they are just planets, not dwarf planets.
Yeah, I guess it would be satellite planets. Yeah, satellite planets in that case.
I went a little rags there for a second, but yeah.
No worries. And then I'm just kind of trying to flesh out the war that's going to be happening. I've got like the initial month, but I'm just trying to like slowly build some stuff because I don't have as many ideas for the first one, chronologically speaking, as the later ones, because that's when I got in and I know a lot of the people there, so I can use that to build the characters off of. This I'm kind of having to just kind of invent from scratch, because and just kind of come up with ideas because of just the nature of things, I guess. And just in terms of the organization, it's the Crusade Commander and his planet. Then kind of starts off with only. See, so it starts with 2, 3, 4, 5 legions. Well, actually, 6 legions. So it starts off with 4 legions, and the start of the war. This new, I guess, year of the war that's
This is
up
really
for.
hard to digest.
Sorry, go for it. Yeah, sorry.
I'm saying you're roboting like half the time, so it's hard for me to understand what you're saying.
Sorry. Yeah, it's just my downloading, so that's a problem. I should have had that been downloading beforehand. But it kind of starts off with just an attack on the new space command station.
Yeah, I'll
kind
be
of
right
like the
back.
watchtower. Yeah, go for it. Kind of like the watchtower in Justice League Unlimited and Justice League TV shows. But then they the idea, at least that I'm toying with, is that the enemy uses that as a cover to hit one of the planet garden planet. I haven't figured out a name yet. Maybe just call it Gardenia, since the capital city's Garden City.
Sounds a bit.
A lot of places in Kansas have really, really unoriginal, dumb names. So I'm gonna have to come up with some stuff. But so in terms of the command structure, it's decently straightforward. You have the Crusade Commander is the ultimate authority. Then there's the assistants to the commander. And then the STCs, which are the Stealth Termination Commanders, which are a pair of sisters. I need to just probably make up. I'm probably have to make up some stuff, which is going to be very, very frustrating. And I just need to make sure I keep it all straight. Then there's the zone leaders, which act as commanders of each of command of our legion. And then there's generally around 9 battalions in a legion, 9 to 10 battalions in a legion. So just need to figure out how the war is going to go, at least in the initial phases. And so this is kind of the brainstorming. The initial idea, at least for the first month, is they're trying to take Garden and trying to make sure that they're supporting that, and they've sent over a lot of people.
Are we Are we talking about in particular battles or anything?
Mhm. Yeah, specific battles that I have ideas for. Like, I can kind of create the characters once I kind of have the plot down.
Well, if we're
Because
talking about in particular battles, I would definitely pull a little bit from maybe Halo and such. Where you
okay,
have like,
what are some from that? I don't know much about Halo, but what are like
well, what usually what like planetary battles. Or, oh God, he is becoming the Matrix.
but
There
they're
you
kind
go.
of
You're back.
similar in term.
Well, I guess I'm talking about more about like particular battle strategies and like planetary defenses and stuff, where you have to. I don't know if you have like this world has like planetary defenses like outside or anything, because like in Halo, the UNSC has is like giant mech cannons like surrounding the planets, like orbital defense platforms they call them, and they have ships stationed out. It's like outer defenses, and you have inner defenses. And if you're talking about like particular groupings of strategies or something.
So the idea is that it's split between like each of the planets is kind of split between one side and the other. With some large sections being controlled by alien races.
So there's 3 planets, and these planets are controlled by numerous groups, not one singular military.
That's kind of the idea, I guess. And it's kind of they're fighting across the planets in order to either maintain territory or get new territory.
Well, I would need to know how these militaries function and their technological levels and what they use. Are they using projectile laser weapons? Because like for instance in the Halo universe, even though they're like humanity is a spacefaring species that have mastered FTL travel, well, quote unquote, they're still using big projectile based weapons like conventional firearms we still use today.
Or rail guns.
Oh, those. Well, those are their biggest weapons, or mech, or oil guns.
I would say technology.
Because then go ahead.
I would say that the technology is, I guess, similar to Warhammer 40K, where they are using projectile weapons, but they actually have figured out how to turn people into super soldiers and do it on a wide basis. They also have Dunn. I don't owe you jack, bot. I'm sorry. No, I don't believe you're anything other than a bot. You never engage. You're clearly either psychotic or you're a bot. There's no in between. Sorry. They do have projectile weapons. At least I'm kind of debating whether to make it laser. They do use melee combat. Kind of like power swords and Warhammer. Only like the blades look more like kind of glassy. I should pull out at least kind of eventually transfer. Let me look. I actually have a lot of neat stuff on Pinterest. Let me actually pull that up. So Wrath Stars. I haven't This is the word on the Pinterest board I haven't figured out. So kind of the Era 1 is kind of like a lot of like big bulky armor and that sort of thing. And it's eventually going to transition into something akin to this kind of thing. Kind of like G.I. Joe, Rise of Cobra, that sort of thing. More slimmed down, but still kind of blocky. And then eventually we're going to transfer into Era 3, where it kind of looks more like this kind of thing. And that's kind of the idea.
What? Nothing's loaded.
Yeah, I know. It's yeah, let me refresh. Maybe that'll help. There we go. A couple of these I need to move. Yeah, 1 second. Let me just give it a sec to load. So that's kind of the technology progression over the course of about 5 years.
Perhaps actually there might be a smaller idea I might have, especially after playing the Wolfenstein franchise. I certainly have an idea with the whole power armor thing. Like maybe in the first couple of chapters, or maybe the first half, you have the big bulky guys, but they have to be powered up by like a cable or something. Like they don't have like the technology to miniaturize power cells or something to the point where they can put them on the suits, and then like maybe a quarter or a little bit more halfway through, they have introduced suits that can be powered by their own means. Because that was something that in Wolfenstein, the old one, that's something that they toy around with.
That is a neat idea, and I think that would work with something a little bit less technologically advanced than what I'm going for.
Well, yeah, because you can have them like stationed in ships, and they can be powered through, monorail, like rail cars in like San Francisco, where they have to be like attached to a wire from like the ceiling. Like they can still move around and stuff, but they're limited in their mobility and the places they can go. It's kind of like, all right, this is how things have worked for like the last couple of 100 or like 30 years or so, ever since the introduction of the power armor. And then they have these starting to come out with these new units to have like internalized power sources, and this can be something that can be used to start this whole conflict up or whatever, where now this certain faction has an edge, and now they use the invention of power cells to go with their plans or something. I do like that idea. I think though, I'm not sure it would work, because we're all in this. I've already kind of written at least the opening scene, and like they're able to move around freely on the ship. I would have to. Well, actually, it can be a little bit more advanced, because if we take a little bit from real world, wireless charging, so they have to be like in a certain vicinity of a certain object or a area.
I guess to kind of use that, my thought would be that they just have have bulky power cells requiring airing suits, kind of like this. This backpack thing is a power cell, is like their battery for their armor. And they actually, and then eventually gets to the point where the power cells are much smaller, like kind of like arc reactors. And then eventually the armor itself X as a I suppose. Like, just they're so minuscule that they don't need it. That's or like it's nanotech, I suppose. Like or kind of the
Fusion
idea.
cells, yeah.
But I do like the idea that in the initial thing they would kind of be they'd have to be worried about charging, keeping their armor nice and charged
I
up
guess that's something you
for
can also do.
yeah. So I think that's a good idea. I like that. So that's kind of the initial thing. Let me just put that in. Building.
I think that actually can also, once you establish that, like, they have to be limited or they have to be hooked up to something, that can also be tied into the main kicker of the whole, like, at least the initial thing of the war is like taking the this faction's power source that they invented for like power armors and stuff. Or like, mini reactors that can be used for many other applications other than, power suits.
That could actually work. I know that at one point, the Steelborn are actually going to this faction called the Steel. That could actually work here, where the Steelborn come in and their technology is much more advanced than what the Apostolicus have. Introduction.
I guess there is another way. I mean, not you can write that down, but there is another way where like you have different levels of suits. You have like the more advanced, like, I guess the way I'm thinking of it is like, all right, there are these guards and they're protecting a particular item or something like that power thing I was talking about, where they have these super advanced suits, but they require so much power that they have to be hooked up to a system or something because they take so much power or something. It's spitballing. Yeah, I'll pull up a picture of the things that I'm talking about.
Sorry, I am sorry. You cut out for me after the guards on a specific place.
Oh yeah, like they have advanced power suits that are like super strong and stuff, but they require like to be connected to the grid because they take so much power. Even though they invented portal reactors, it's just they take so much power that it would drain them in like minutes. I guess they're more. I guess these are like more of like a subset of super soldiers that are like only used for like to protecting certain areas or something, where they don't need to be walking around all that much or like freely.
Yeah, for this, the Apostolicus need to be fairly mobile, and be
I guess
pretty much
it's
wearing
more
their
for.
armor all the time.
I guess it's more for
So-
like guard posts and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. Since they do have faster than light travel, or at least like they travel through like warp space in order to get there, and their swords are able to cut. Their swords, axes, and other things are able to cut through armor. They also have specially designed projectile weapons that can, like, as well as genetic engineering and other tech. So I think that I could feasibly maybe use that in steampunk or something like that. But I would have to. I don't know if I could necessarily do that here. I do like the idea. I don't know if I could do it here though. Just.
Oh yeah.
But I do like the idea of kind of like the introduction of the Steelborn. Probably around. Yeah, since that'll work because it's only a few places that want, and so I could just have that happening.
You know, you should one day play the Old Blood. It's an old game, and I'm pretty sure you might enjoy it, give you some ideas.
Okay.
Which old game, sorry?
Wolfenstein, the Old Blood.
Yeah. Okay. And then Old Blood, and then nothing else.
Old Blood and New Order.
Yes.
New Colossus is you can skip.
Yeah.
Everything else you can skip. Maybe except for
What are the
Return
games?
to
Only
Castle Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Because Wolfenstein: The Old Blood is pretty much like a pseudo remake of Return to Castle Wolfenstein. It's just like the first half, but they made that into the entire game.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you some images on Discord to show you
Okay.
what these soldiers look like. This is just and usually they'll have like a wire attached to the ceiling. Sec. I haven't found them all.
Yeah, kind of like
That would.
the Daleks back in the day. Sorry, go on.
So I like that design, but I would have to do that. That looks like something that that could be easily exploitable. Because like they're like more my point of reference is more something like the Space Marines or I suppose the Spartans, only in much larger numbers. Like there's about
these in universe, these are just prototypes. Like these are in like the facility where these things are being introduced. Because in the New Order, I can pop up a newer version of them.
Yeah, they're kind of like the Daleks from the classic Who series specifically. Well, like Inception Daleks, so to speak.
So let me go find newer ones.
So I think this is I think that this would be good for like probably like 100 to 200 years in the past. That's a lot closer. Not quite as advanced as the current thing. Actually.
And here's the one from New Colossus.
Yeah. So this is kind of more what I'm kind of going for, I guess, where at least with the initial like timeline, I suppose. Um,
Oh, here's another one. This is the one actually I think better represents the look.
okay. Okay. I like the. I think that I think I might use kind of the rough kind of design. Not the cable though. The cable connection. I do think that some of these would be good as kind of the old the idea would be that the Apostolicus, especially as new reinforcements are coming in, with are better equipped and slowly better and better tech gets infused into the legions, but there's still kind of like some holdovers. So that could be some good ideas for like the older folks.
Yeah, even in like a New Order and stuff, you sometimes run into like old reminiscent building, like old military areas that have been abandoned, and you find those older super soldiers still running around.
Yeah, so I can definitely, yeah, I could probably maybe use these as as museum pieces. Those actually might be good ideas as like maybe museum pieces, or maybe even like some really, really old people are using it.
What else is there?
Let me see, what's my progress? Okay, I'm still only about 70. Oh, taking a really long time.
Oh, yep. And I'm switching franchises for a sec.
Yeah, I guess the idea is that it goes from like Warhammer armor to Spartan armor, and then to kind of, I guess, anime-esque armor.
Cringe.
Maybe, yeah.
Where's the armor I'm looking for?
This is the armor we're looking for.
This is not the armor we're looking for.
These are not the droids you're looking for. No Jedi mind tricks. So let me see. I need to. Just need to figure out. One of the main things that I'm needing to figure out is percentages of bad guys, since the idea is that half of the planet, that each planet is like, I guess an example of it might be storm starting map on a war. Let me see, starting. So this is kind of roughly the idea that I'm going for here. Actually, tab. Okay, that's way too small. Tab. Okay, there we go. We got some. Okay, we got some big stuff. Okay. This is kind of the idea that I'm working with. That sections of each planet are like under different factions' control. Since they're not big enough to take the whole planet necessarily in one big go, but they are able to hold like sections of each planet. And kind of since they're circling a gas giant, mainly kind of for ease of transport between planets. Since one of the things that is going to happen is there's going to be kind of planetary rotations of the commanding officers / the apostolicus like get transferred periodically to new areas between the planets. So as opposed to just kind of staying on one planet the whole time. So it's kind of the idea, I suppose.
That's the name I'm looking for.
And I'm just trying to. The main thing I'm trying to figure out is figure out the planets, like the planetary conflicts.
Ah, damn.
And I've got about 18 pages worth of stuff. I'm needing to figure out is what I'm going to do is kind of September era. Since I've got August is probably going to be like a for the Apostolicus, and then I need to kind of make September. Like I guess. Well, actually, you know what? Could just be the kind of like select.
I already found it.
No, actually. Okay. Okay. So did you? Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I was looking for
Let's see.
one particular version from Marcus Leto because he's the one who made
Okay.
Combat Evolved, the original Master Chief armor, and I had to find his remaster of the original. You can click on the image and enlarge it.
Yeah, that is definitely what I'm looking for Era 2. That's definitely what it's going to look like. At least like in terms of like it's a little bit more. It's kind of blocky, but it's a lot more slimmed down than the original version. Lighter materials as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go for it.
No, I'm looking for another one. I got another one.
Okay.
It's gonna take me a second. You can.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of working on. Yeah, so I guess the idea would be that. Well, actually, what would make sense is if the Topeka zone slowly push back. Ooh, I actually had a Hmm. Ooh, this actually might be a good part, actually. This actually... That actually would work. Okay. Yeah, since one of the ideas that I got was there was a thing called the boat during like the early stages where they were against the bells and didn't like how just didn't like the concept of new mission president and wife. So kind of like, and so they have to be put down. So that could be something.
Oh, here's
I
some
could
old
do.
concept art
Let's see
from
what-
Bungie.
Old concept art. Okay. Yeah.
For the Forerunner armor aesthetic.
That would actually be good as some Steelborn tech. That would be great. Thank you. Okay, that's good. I like that.
God damn it.
Okay. Yeah, that would work well as Steelborn tech. Okay.
There's another...
I'm getting close.
This one isn't. This is another fan art, I think.
Yeah, that would definitely be Steelborn tech. Yeah, I like that. Basically, they're technology worshippers, and they're from like a various types of different races that have been kind of assimilated into this techno cult. It's the idea, at least.
Oh, here's some from the Halo Legends animated series.
Okay.
I need to find my Discord. There it is. Found it. Here's them holding what look like their some of their firearm designs. Oh god.
Okay. That's a little bit advanced. Don't want to quite go that. Don't want to go that advanced quite yet. Even in the later stages, but those are some neat designs. I like those. Still at 88%. Wow, this is slow. 8 gigs. Even faster than that, but what can you do? Yeah. Yeah, I could, one thing that I could have is that, there just initial, like, insubordination that had to be put down. Probably what I could do. Huh. Okay.
Someone blew up their Mac. Oh, I got it.
Okay, that could work. Okay, that could work as like a... Okay, that's... Yeah, since I wanted to figure out, I might have to kind of rework things a little bit. But... So far, could be Rolling Hills. I need to figure out like how to integrate Wichita into there because I don't have much.
Here are some weapons from the Halo universe. I'll give you a screenshot. I know you're going for armors, but I'm kind of start covering more overall stuff. If you like
Yeah.
anything in between there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's some neat stuff there. I'll have to put that in. A lot. Yeah, the Covenant. Yeah, I like the differences between the Covenant and the UNSC. Okay, that's good. Good stuff. I like that. Okay. I'll have to put that in. And most of the guns I've been using are kind of Doom Eternal inspired for the most part, as well as some modern day stuff like the Makarov pistol. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I know that's Russian.
Yeah, it's got a super neat holster. Have you ever? Do you know what the Makarov holster does?
I'm not too familiar. I don't even remember.
Yeah, so it's actually a very specially designed quick draw holster. The idea is that you put the gun into the holster and it automatically engages the safety. But then rather than kind of pulling it out, like kind of in the cowboy stance, you actually just slide it down through the holster, bring it up, and then fire. And actually probably find like an example that I really like. Makarov holster deadliest warrior. So
we can probably win some. I submit to you, we can probably win some cowboy matches with this. Pretty unique holster. It's actually it's Russia. As I press the weapon down, it's going to eject the currently chambered round, chamber the next round in, disengage the safety, and the weapon ready to fire.
So yeah, it's
Mother Russia.
Yeah, it's a neat like kind of gun, where it's got a really, really cool holster, and so I'm using that kind of as a basis because it's a is it? Yeah, I'm just using that. Sorry, and because it's just such a unique like idea that I haven't seen used much in like a lot of media, where it's a holster where you just like push it down, it disengages the safety, and then you can come up, go for it. You don't have to worry about like unclipping it or anything. It's just a neat idea. I really enjoy like that kind of thing.
Holy moly.
Holy moly, this book nearly killed me. I hated it so much.
Oh, I'm looking at pictures of High Charity and like, oh. It is certainly an insane space station. It's pretty much looks like a giant squid-looking thing.
Huh. Neat. Yeah. And kind of like I need to. Yeah, maybe this is even the thing that kind of brings everybody together is kind of the Steelborn attack, and it's almost worse than the Apostates because they have better tech. That could even be part of this where they're still losing a lot. Only like three battalions make any headway. 3 legions only make headway while the others are kind of fought back, especially maybe even they need to retake Garden again. Okay. Okay.
So for
Uh,
reference, this is when I was first talking. This is what a orbital mech cannon looks like planetary defense. The thing is literally just a giant gun.
Yeah. That is pretty cool. I don't think that we have those. I would have those because that mostly works when you have control over entire planets. But I don't know if it would work because there would be so many mixed orbital defenses that it would kind of quickly become chaos. But that is pretty dope looking, I have to admit.
So what about ship design? What are you thinking?
Probably a lot of Warhammer 40k designs. Let me actually pull up some Warhammer 40k ship design. There wouldn't be very much in the way of space travel in this. The only kind of space travel would be between the 3 planets, and then kind of reinforcements coming in. So that's kind of the design where it's kind of gothic architecture. I do like this kind of idea. I would probably use the Nauvoo.
So something
The
like
Expanse. I might do something like that a little bit for bar space stations. But that's actually a good design. I actually like that.
Here's another
Let me
image of it.
actually. These are actually good designs. I like that. Maybe something along that line, yeah.
This
Oh, they
is,
sure are, yeah.
Yeah, Dead Space Ishimura, which one day you need to play, by the way.
I'll finish it someday. I don't know. I'm just currently working on Jedi Fallen Order because I got Jedi Survivor still to do.
Oh, that's another one, Titan Station. That's one you can use a downscaled version of that as a orbital kind of like how we have in the real world the what was that space station called? International Space Station.
With the RRS?
ISS. That's what I was thinking of.
ISS, that's it, sorry.
Something like copy image, and now I'm using another Dead Space example.
Alrighty, looks like my thing is finished downloading after an hour. Probably slowed down significantly by my by streaming. But yeah, kind of the just. Oh, that's a neat image. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Those work well as lift stations. Okay. Those are some good ideas.
In universe, Titan Station, that one right there is obviously they pretty much mined the hell out of the planet, or if it is even considered a planet, Titan. To the point where it's literally nothing, and they just build a space station around whatever remains of it. So obviously, it orbits Jupiter, I think.
Okay.
So you were talking about orbiting a gas giant. There you go.
Okay. That could definitely work. Okay. I'll have to. Yeah, I think I might use that as the space station. Kind of for the main space station for the KWC's
What deck to go with first? Let's go this one, actually.
Oh, there are a lot of people hopping in. Surprise.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah, I'm just
Right.
using my link deck. Let's see what happens. So,
Okay. Okay.
and just to kind of continue chatting with Dwight.
Oh my god.
Nice, I'm going first. Ah, I see you're using the Flame Wingman. Okay,
I am.
nice. Okay, I like that. That's some good stuff. Okay. Alrighty, let's see.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
What's this one?
And I love fucking, I don't know, I'm just a sucker for Halo and Dead Space crossover fanfics, especially if they're done particularly alright well.
Watch this one.
I think Installation 00 and some of the Dead Space guys do ones pretty well.
Well, I was just thinking you like effing, and I'm like, well, everybody does, doesn't they?
Oh.
I'm wondering where the hell that came from.
Like, well, you said I like. Well, you said I like screwing, so.
Projection much?
Well, doesn't everybody? It's kind of why nymphomania exists.
You're forgetting for fucking to be something you can do, you need to have certain parts, unfortunately. You forget the lore, man.
Well,
The deep
lore.
Well,
You still. Well, here's the thing. You still have your sweet Maggie.
The only thing good about her is the maggots. Wait a minute. She logged out of Minecraft for the last time.
Hee hoo. Not a terribly good start, but.
Okay, that's all right.
Well, obviously, I guess when we're talking about multiple factions and multiple planets, I think we use real world as a reference point, where we kind of have like certain space, like a certain craft over certain areas of space. Like they kind of have to like segment the outer atmosphere. What the hell would I even call it? Fuck, I'm like falling up. A sec.
Atmo.
Yeah, the lower atmosphere, and they would have to like have agreements to whose territory takes what and how much. And then they have their own space stations there, and they might have they might do some. I don't know how you're going to handle space travel. But I know you're not going to have like any FTL speed type thing going on, at least not yet, anyways. You might have like some kind of like freeway or slipgate kind of thing going on between planets or something, like certain trade routes or something. Why is the Republic trading with itself? Sorry.
Yeah, frickin' Matthew. Yeah, confused Matthew is. Yeah, he is pretty cringe. I agree.
was/works. I don't even think he's on YouTube anymore, at least from my knowledge.
I think he still is actually. He's just under the Brothers Warren. Doesn't do much besides stream games.
Cringe.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if we covered this already, or maybe you were just roboting at the moment, but you know what every faction is like their main thing? Like exploring materials or military. Like, what is their strengths and weaknesses? Have you gotten that far yet?
I know for mostly I've kind of focused on like faction ideology, really.
Because I do believe they kind of go hand, especially when you're trying to power scale them, like what they would do, what they wouldn't do when it comes to military operations.
I think
Like
the
if they
initial
have a lot of,
start.
like if they have a lot of, if they're capable of producing a lot of materials, but they're not as technologically advanced, they're going to rely more on numbers, especially if they have any sophisticated artificial intelligence.
I would say that, so if we're going technologically, wise, I would say that the
Because the way sometimes some people balance it is like you have a particular faction who's like really good at kind of. I take this kind of an inspiration from Star Wars, actually. The Chiss, at least like command. What was his name?
Thrawn.
Codex. You know what I'm talking about, right? The blue dude from Star Wars. I'm forgetting his fucking name. Thrawn. There it is.
Yeah, Grand Admiral
He's like,
Thrawn.
yeah, Grand Admiral
Yeah,
Thrawn.
yeah.
He's like an uber fucking smart person. So like I feel like you applied it to like a species, but they're like they have low resources. They're probably going to be more like if they're not if they don't have really good military because they don't have like the means to make a good military. They're probably going to more focus on like behind the scenes or political intrigue rather than outright armed conflict.
Yeah, I would say if we're going technology wise, the most advanced would definitely be the Steelborn. Then we have the
Steelborn almost gives me like a Brotherhood of Steel vibes, and that's what you're going for. Like a bunch of techno hoarders. Actually, that's another series you can look into. Well, actually, that's armors I haven't even pulled up yet. We can just ignore the show universe. We don't want no fucking Iron Man T60s over here without jetpacks.
That does make sense, yeah.
Here's an example. The T60 and T45 are really hard for me to tell the difference. It says X01 and the T51. They're like, oh yeah, those are definitely those because they're more distinct.
Oh, shit.
I guess we can use the show
Right.
for like a scale.
Good game.
GG.
Yeah, for one.
Hmm.
Hmm. Actually, no, not quite.
Oh.
By Dunn, have you checked reviews of the Fallout show?
I haven't watched the Fallout show. It's kind of seems like it's gotten mixed reception.
It depends on who you ask.
That's another statement.
If you are a person who likes consistency, I don't think you're going to like the show very much,
Oh, interesting.
especially internal consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Trip. Trip thought it was fine.
I already got in an argument with her about that when you left.
Oh, really?
One of the live streams. I don't remember which one it was.
It was the Dune one.
I think it was that one. Oh no, I think it was the. Oh, it was we were. Oh, it was the script you were with Raptor. You were reading
Hmm.
with the funny people the funny arguments you were having on Discord. You went out to go do something, and then someone of us mentioned Fallout show, and me and Trip went at it for a minute.
I see.
Which we always seem to do. It's funny. We always seem to butt heads.
What exactly is the point of this deck? I'm not sure if I'm understanding what your win condition is.
It's a burn deck.
I haven't gotten burned very much, so
I don't think it's for you to get
Yeah, yeah, I'm not exactly doing well so far, am I?
burn himself.
Oh, we do need to agree. Sorry, the stakes of the this, I think, like we'll make it like what, 2 out of 3, I guess. And
Yeah, 2 out of 3. Let's say that much.
And then winner gets to choose the movie.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, movie.
So, I haven't figured it out. I'm thinking, ooh, The Identical. I kind of want to watch The Identical.
Okay.
It is not a good movie, but it is a very interesting movie. Let me see. Also, the no banishing thing actually benefits me more than it benefits you.
I know.
Well, I would say this, Dunn. You like gore?
Depends on the gore, but yeah.
Just work.
I think you might find some entertainment out of the show, if anything. Just to, like, turn your brain off entertainment.
I don't even call it that. Yeah.
But
okay,
maybe you might
yeah.
be too upset with all the retardation going on. I don't know. It's hard to gauge it sometimes with people. And how they might react to something.
Yeah, I know, like, all right, that's, one.
I know
do you want to count that? Sorry, go for it. Because like that was kind of wasn't fair, but yeah. So I know Mahler didn't like it, but for you keep going. Sorry, I cut you off, White.
I know that Mahler can finally convince Drinker that the show wasn't that good. Like, because Drinker said that the show was actually good and all this stuff, and then Mahler and them finally had a couple discussions, and he finally turned on the show. I think it's mostly the honeymoon phase. I see, especially in media recently, I've been noticing that people are like, "Oh my god, this is so great because this is the new thing," and after people play it for a while or they watch it a couple more times later in the road, they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, this is shit. This is kind of mid."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with me with Halo Infinite. Like, oh, this is great. Finally returned to form, and then the game never got updated for like 7 months, and it's like, okay, this is kind of cringe. Or these things that should have been in the game are not there. What the hell?
Oh, you got into platinum. That's nice.
Yeah. Took me a while
That's
to get it.
cool. Yeah, there's a lot of grinding. It's very much
Yeah, but the burn deck is just a lot of luck, really.
yeah. I would concur.
Yeah. Transform power armor. No. Coping and season.
So what was bad exactly about the Fallout show exactly? What were the main like problems that you had with it?
Oh, what most people have with it is just lack of internal consistency with itself, the overall world, the West Coast lore, NCR just being fucking just thrown into the fucking dumpster out of nowhere. They just don't exist anymore, apparently.
Plus tying in with the games as well.
I see.
An entire government is just gone somehow because of one place got nuked, apparently.
Hmm.
Ooh. It's a hot mess.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff you would have to like look into, like the lore of the universe and stuff.
Hmm.
But other stuff is more obvious when you watch the show yourself. And the fact that, like I said earlier, the power armor just being inconsistent as hell, especially in the context of the show. Like one of the most obvious moments is power armor they fly now. Is all I gotta say is they fly now.
Makes
They
sense.
fly now. Because originally, even in Fallout 4, you needed like a particular jetpack for them to fly, for them to like boost into the air for a minute. And it's not even like fly. It's mostly like extended jump, almost like assisted like higher jumping or something. Not like in the show where it's like literal Iron Man.
That makes sense. Okay.
And the fact that they use certain play mechanics as like justifications for things, like this guy got, I think, like the ghoul character gets shot up, like because ghouls in Fallout are pretty much just irradiated people. They're not much different. They might live longer. maybe.
Mm.
And apparently, in the ghouls in the Fallout show are literally just zombies. You can shoot him up like
Okay.
100 times, and if he uses a stem pack, he's fine. Because in the
Pretty
games,
much,
you use a
yeah.
stem pack, it heals you. But they're using gameplay mechanics to justify in-universe things.
Huh.
Like,
Did
picture
you,
this. So a franchise,
Doom?
not Doom. Let's just say, okay, we'll just put it like we'll just reworld. Picture this. You when your friends got blown up, you lost like a leg or something.
Okay.
Stab him with the stem pack, he just heals. It's fine. Or he has like a huge gut wound. It's like, no, it's fine. Speaking of gut wound, I know I'm switching topics, but me and Replica got into a. Replica was trying to claim that the Arya surviving the wave stabbing makes sense because he can headcanon it in his own head. That make it
Of
make
course
sense.
it can.
Yeah, because he's a
Therefore,
moron.
it does make sense. I had to check this with my friend. Like, since it's been like 5 years since I seen this scene, I'm like, I have to look this up. I'm like, nah, this man is speaking out of his ass. She got stabbed 3 times, and then the 3rd time she twisted the knife in her gut, and then Arya pushed her away and jumped into the puddle, the river of shit. And you see a giant poof of blood in the water. And obviously, and then in the next scene, she gets up, climbs up out the stairs. She is bleeding like fucking crazy, and yeah, she's dead 20 times over in this fucking scene. She'd have died of blood loss a long time ago.
Sorry, dude. Did you just brick super hard or what?
No, I was being an idiot, misplayed to a certain degree.
Ouch. That's rough.
That's just me being, just me being
He's
stupid.
he's the drunk guy meme where he just falls down the stairs.
Yeah, it does seem that way, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, man. It looks like, yeah. Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to not count this. Count this since,
No! Fuck off.
so,
I hate clicking
Yeah,
around things.
I got super lucky with this.
Yeah, I can't win. Yeah,
Now, let's see. Let's play it out. Then we can restart. Hopefully, kind of interesting that you put Dotscaper in a synchro deck.
there is a reason for that, but I'll kill me first, and then I'll show you what I was going to do with it.
Yeah,
Okay.
This is you right now. I found it.
Well,
There you go. You remember you have an exam tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't win on this turn. I'll probably win next turn though.
maybe.
Let's see. Maybe you can claw a victory from the jaws of defeat.
Possibly,
I'm
but that's
looking-
very unlikely.
I'm looking at fucking AI art of Power Armor, and I'm like, oh, it has 7 fingers.
Oh dear, that does sound bad.
Oof.
The rest of it looks okay, and you see the fingers, you're like, nah.
No. It's like no.
Yeah, I'm not going to win this one.
999.
The nice thing is I am not flexing. I just did a very good. Yeah, I honestly don't like flexing.
Yeah.
See, it's kind of annoying. But yeah, sorry, dude. Like that was rough.
That's
Sorry.
it's fine. I just misplayed. Yeah, just being stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we won't count. Yeah, I'm down to not count this one since you misplayed. I think that's fine. I only have
Yeah,
one.
let me try this again. Yeah, I'll try this deck again.
Yeah, let's just replay.
Yeah.
Oh god, that whole fucking Fallout 76
Yeah, it's been
controversy with
stupid.
the fucking
Okay.
canvas bag.
Fallout 76 controversy. Run me through that. I don't know what that was.
There's too many fucking things. Okay, let me say this straight. For for a whole month straight, almost every day there was a new controversy with that game. Let's just put it that way. There's too many to keep track of. The big ones
like
is
the
the
top
canvas
three?
bag, where they didn't get you an actual canvas bag. You can get sick by the power armor helmet you were given in the collector's edition. The game was a complete fucking technical disaster at launch.
Okay, this is a little bit better.
That's an understatement. Those are three things on the top of my head.
Oh wow.
You
That's
just gotta
pretty
go on
bad.
YouTube and just go on YouTube and type up like Fallout 76 controversy, and you have like a million videos.
Dang.
It's the game that really fucking shattered Bethesda's what's the word I'm looking for?
Reputation.
The public opinion. Yeah, the reputation.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I never fucking bought Starfield.
Starfield. Yeah.
Mm.
And the controversies around that game showed some people to be real fucking vegetables.
Dang.
Remember that whole ass controversy I thought I showed you, Dunn? There's people to this day who still are just that shit lives rent free in their fucking head. Az was the guy who was ranting about like current year stuff being shoved into current code to our media.
Sounds about right.
The fact that I just say that and you're like, makes sense to me. I'm like, only if you were like most people, I had arguments about that. Especially that whole Ackman controversy. Some real fucking vegetables there. I had a whole server go against me with that shit when that first stuff went down. And that whole thing with Mauler's leaked DMs, that was a fucking train wreck. You're never going to see Ackman on fucking Mauler's Discord or on his fucking podcast again after that.
Oh, really? What happened exactly?
Ackman got petty with Az, heel versus babyface, to the point where he leaked Mauler's DMs with him to try to save his some of his try to save himself a little bit. Only made him look like an absolute buffoon.
Oh, I see.
And Mauler disowned him because he never got permission to leak Mauler's DMs with him.
That is it's pretty dirty.
He made a post a post on Twitter about that.
Oh man, that's
talking
bad.
about like a breach of trust. Like, oh yeah. Honestly, after the whole demonetization thing, Ackman kind of fell off. He lost his balls.
That is unfortunate.
Now there's always jokes around Ackman these days when it comes like, oh yes, which way does the wind blow? That's what his opinion is on a particular subject.
Yeah, sounds about right, actually. He's not terribly good at his job from what I've observed. Compared to the Act Man.
Yeah, I mean sometimes he's all right, but especially when it comes to politics, he fucking eats shit and die. Especially when he fucking outs himself with that whole Az situation. Like how he's shitting on Az about the whole Starfield thing, and then he's like, "Huh? What's this whole DEI thing? I never knew about this." And then he acted like he suddenly cared about this whole thing.
Oh dear, that's not good.
I never knew about any of this. What do they call again? Not DEI, but the other one. Fuck. I'm smooth braining right now. Oh, Sweet Baby Inc.
Oh, that does make sense.
Now he's like, what? Why would these companies consult a consultant firm for like writing and stuff? Isn't that what lead writers are for? It's like, maybe that was the stuff Az was ranting about in his fucking rant the whole time, like 6 months ago, when you were dunking on him for that. Now you suddenly understood the context of that whole rant. Now you feel like an just absolute tool. I recently I mentioned that because I watched a Sheev Talks video on Phantom Menace.
Yeah, that was actually very well reasoned, surprisingly.
And there's just that one bit where he was talking about like Gary from Nerdrotic and Az, and when he showed Az during his pronoun rant, he was talking about like don't take don't. It was the ironic, actually, the most ironic. I would say it's the worst part of his whole video. It was the part where he was like trying to say like talking about absolutes and misrepresenting arguments in people while he misrepresent people in their arguments. Because he was trying to say Az and Neurotic are all right wing, but he has like no idea where their fucking political leanings are. I mean, you just group them all into this one particular group and just say that. It's great. No nuance there at all.
Cards to work with.
Say what?
No, I'm just speaking out loud. Sorry.
No, I'm like, I don't even think Az is even public about his political leanings, like when it comes to like left or right. And it's like for someone just to make that fucking statement and just move on, I'm like, oh, fuck off. You think you're just contradicting yourself. He seems to have a real chip against them. A shoulder against them for some reason.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of content creators do. Like, admittedly, EFAP has like chips on their shoulder for like a lot of people, like that they view as clowns, like High Top, Round Table, Just Right.
Mm-hmm.
So use your abilities. Use your abilities wisely,
I know,
Mister. Because you only have a limited number of monster effects before you lose.
Mm-hmm. I'm aware.
So
Do you ever play? Do you ever have an interest in playing racing games?
I haven't done very many racing games. No.
There was one I would have recommended, but
Um,
it's not even on PC, and I'm sad.
Uh,
It's not even on
um,
modern PlayStation consoles. I don't even think.
um, Codex, you misplayed.
Oh,
You you should not have played Arriving Light before tuning. Tuning you should play tuning because now Converging Wills is no longer on top of your deck.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Do this.
Okay. Okay. All righty.
Didn't notice this one, didn't I?
So. You have 2 monster effects left, and then you lose.
Oh God, I'm reading this fucking. Go ahead.
No, you go.
I'm just talking about some random Reddit post that reminds me of Noble. Like someone's like suggesting something, and this guy's typing in all caps. But I don't like this. I'm like, oh, I'm getting some Noble flashbacks.
Oh dear, that's funny.
Have you considered quick swapping between two weapons? I just want to use the super shotgun. Slams his fucking desk.
That's funny.
Kicks us out of the.
Why are you using that? Why are you using that right now rather than waiting for the right time to use? So usually people use that when somebody activates a monster effect as part of a chain. They don't usually activate it by itself. So.
All right.
So. It's game over. There's no way that you can win.
Game over, man. Game over.
I'm very sorry, but you are checkmated. There's no way for you to win.
Doesn't matter anyway. I must anyway.
Wait, I got a question. No, Dunn. Did you play God of War 2018?
I started it. I never finished it.
Because it's rumored that God of War Ragnarok is coming out soon.
Okay, on Steam. Oh. Okay, I'll buy that when it comes on sale. Well, maybe. I know it's like kind of mid. Like it's like Tarek found it kind of mid at least. Yeah, sorry, Codex. I just there's just no. I don't think there was a way for you to win unless you had like an infinite impermanence or something like that.
I was kind of hoping for that. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you and I should like. I've got a deck that's very similar to the one you were playing.
I'm getting fucking PTSD listening to this. I'm listening to the Save Family fucking OST from the first God of War. It's the last phase where you have to like defend your family from like clones of yourself. And I was playing it on hard mode when I beat it, and I'm like, no.
No.
You have to do it like a certain way. I can't imagine playing it on like the actual hardest difficulty. That would be like, well, I wanted to fucking throw myself on a fucking pole, just fucking Dracula style. That's all I gotta say. Skewer myself. Just fuck this shit, I'm out.
F this crap, I'm out.
And I do want to know what Tark means by mid. Like, has he played the game on like anything higher than like normal?
From my understanding, like it was kind of like gameplay and story were both kind of mid.
'Cause I'm gonna have to definitely get it out of him if he's gonna talk about the gameplay, like the combat in particular.
Well, I know he did a stream on like his channel about it a really long time ago.
Stardust? What is it? What are you playing? Star Wars? Hmm.
No,
You're gonna collect the Death Star plans?
probably not.
And the deck you can actually play in this one, though, to be fair. Well, it's not Star Wars related, but, you know.
Oh, if there is a show you want to watch one day, probably because me and one of my friends finally finished watching it. It's called Naruto. We watched a different version of it though. We watched the one that was what was it? It was one that was more in line with the comics, where I cut out all the fucking filler.
I need to
What?
make this more exclusive. Sorry. So Naruto, good or
Yes.
bad? I'm assuming it's bad.
I didn't say that.
Oh,
I
really?
was actually curious to watch it again to see, because I only watched it one time and I hardly have an opinion on it when it comes to like my first feeling.
Hmm.
I thought some of the arcs were pretty neat.
Yeah, I've heard that it's kind of interesting.
I know that nothing's ever going to change my mind that last fucking bit of the show just fucking fell off.
Torpedoes itself.
The big,
Okay.
I'll just say the big bad just fucking gets fucking. I hate it. Like it comes from like you get introduced like this big bad. He's like one of the best introductions you can do. And the way they fucking handled him, they fucking whiffed it. They replaced him with someone just terrible.
I
The
whip
last
my
second.
hair back and I whip my hair back and forth. I whip
Oh,
my hair
God,
back
no.
and forth.
Go kill yourself. Go kill yourself now.
Thank you, but no. Oh, you're going for your burn damage deck. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
I mean, it would be interesting to watch you play the original God of Wars through emulation. I know the PS3 emulator with the Trilogy runs practically perfectly on pretty much anything. Like to watch fucking Dunn play that on hard mode.
Okay. Alright, let's see what you got. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, still in.
Hey, Codex.
Yeah.
What do you think would be better? Him playing the original God of War games or forcing him to play New Vegas?
I think maybe New Vegas, actually.
Okay. Um.
I'm reading the
Oh,
comments like,
kaiju,
don't crash,
okay.
don't crash, don't crash, please don't crash.
hmm.
I can't wait to finally play it. Because I'm gonna be doing my Fallout 3 playthrough first.
Mm.
Get away from me, you goddamn TV on wheels. Too bad this game only had an 18-month development cycle. Could have been so much more.
Yeah.
Bethesda really fucked them in the ass with that one. I like it better, funnier that this game only made in 18 months is miles ahead of fucking Fallout 3, from what I've heard, anyways. And it was developed less in less time. I bet that's why fucking the Fallout show is trying to retcon the shit out of this game. Because Todd's fucking still big mad about this game's success.
Mm.
So, Dunn, what is your experiences with role-playing games?
Very minimal. I played a tiny bit of Dragon Age Origins, but not very much. I mostly watched a lot of them, like kind of in the same way that I would watch a movie.
It's impossible to do something like that with New Vegas because there's no set outcome.
Okay.
It's pretty much
Yeah.
what you do influences the ending.
I see.
You can go from saving a lot of people to literally just murdering everything in sight. There is literally no character in this game that's flagged as essential. And it's great. especially coming from Fallout 4. It's a fucking breath of fresh air. Even fucking Starfield, dear lord, I don't even want to get started. Literally almost every named character is flagged as essential. The uber railroaded game, and I find it hilarious that this is the only one that has a new game plus, but yet you're so fucking railroaded so fucking hard.
Huh.
Makes no fucking sense. Give me a minute. I think I might have to leave.
Okay. I'll see
Yeah,
you. See you later, White. I'm sorry, but I think I might have you again.
It's possible.
Skill issue.
No, I just got lucky. Like, this is almost pure RNG for a lot of it. Uh,
Get rid of you and you.
okay. Ah, you went for Lava Golem. Interesting
Yeah.
choice. Okay. I like that. That's some good stuff. Okay. Um. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna win.
Probably not, but
Unless-
it's a good shot, though.
Yeah, very good shot. I'm just thinking, like, just by virtue of the fact that you only have one card, unless that card is going to do 4,800 points of damage.
Well, to be fair, you don't know what it is until now.
True. I'm just thinking, like, what? I don't know if there's a card in the game that can inflict over 4K damage.
Maybe not. 4K,
Okay.
so-
Well, alrighty.
Gotta choose the moment.
Fair
so to
enough.
speak.
But the problem is, I know exactly what the card is.
Mm.
And that allows me to play around said card.
True.
Let me see. All right. I am very, very sorry.
No, you're not. No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Good game, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it was worth a shot.
It was a valiant attempt, but
Mhm.
I had a win condition.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, go on.
Well, you can play your card.
I know what Quasar does. I know what he does. I've seen it
Yeah,
before,
kind
mate. Yeah.
true. Yeah, so to explain to those unversed, I played Shooting Quasar Dragon, which allows me to negate the effect of any card. So that was a good strategy in theory.
Yes.
But the problem was I
The
had
game was rigged from the start.
it was not rigged.
Well, to be fair, it is.
Mhm.
It's RNG, so you could say it is a
Yeah.
bit rigged.
Yeah.
That is that was the a Fallout New Vegas line.
Yeah.
Oh really?
That's where that comes from.
So
Sorry, kid. The
you
game
want
was rigged.
so are you still using your burn deck or are you using a
No,
different
I got
deck?
another one. I got one more.
Okay. 1 second, let me just remove
Oh,
a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
of cards.
Yeah, I was
Just
connected to
remove-
very quick. Be right back.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah.
Truth is, the bag was nylon from the start.
Indeed.
The truth is, the frogs were gay from the start. The game was flipped.
I like the fact that frog's gay.
Hold on. Look here. Look, listen.
Yeah, I'm back. Perfect timing.
All right.
Bill
right.
Clinton when he was at Epstein's cell.
All right, let me it's a different one. Let me pull out my my Tech Genus deck. See if it holds up.
I'm gonna be back.
Well, I better start first then. Okay, that's decent. Decent enough.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Set one card, and now call it there. Okay. Hmm.
Misplayed a little bit.
Okay.
Perhaps not.
Oh.
I always forget that.
I see. Well.
Okay, good show. Okay, well done. I have no moves.
Okay.
All right. So who won this time?
Not yet.
So far,
I'll be back.
he.
Yeah, I could, technically. I'm not going to.
Buckle up. This might take a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, TG, that makes sense.
Yeah. Tickiness is pretty cool.
Yeah, no more of that done. Well, maybe, I don't know.
Let me see.
Not only that,
Good game. All right. Nice
Yeah.
shot. All right. Oh, just yeah, that was. I think I still win the bet though.
yeah, you do.
You excited to watch the identical?
Eh. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, let's pull up the trailer to show. So, at least I think it's free.
Daddy's okay with this?
Oh, yeah, man, I take this car all the time.
Hey, you put it back here!
Where do preachers kid learn to dance the way that you do?
Something just happens to me when I hear music.
Whatever it is, it's a good thing, right away.
So,
Sing songs, write songs. That's all I want to do.
so
Get out of here! A honky tonk.
So what's it about then?
So this film is about a preacher's kid who basically is an Elvis impersonator. But the funny thing about it is he's imitating an in-world Elvis impersonator because the guy that he's imitating looks and acts exactly like Elvis because it's his twin brother.
Oh.
Because his parents gave him up for adoption to Ray Liotta and Ashley Judd. To Pastor Ray Liotta and Ashley Judd. And then faked the death of the kid.
Your father tells me you got to follow in his footsteps.
Doesn't want to be a preacher.
Mom, I don't hear this call Daddy wants me to hear.
It's a man's job, learning to stand in his truth.
Tricks, hymns, Ryan cannot hear.
It's in every storefront in town.
Who is this?
How does he looking and sound exactly like me? It's not even a Prince of the Pauper, it's dumber. It's great.
Anybody ever tell you you look just like Drexel himself?
Oh,
You guys related or something?
No, not related.
Ryan, you're about as close to the real thing as I've ever seen.
And the funniest thing is, there's a moment in this film where it says very straight up, there's only one Elvis, there's only one Beatles, and then there's only one Drexel the Dream Helmsley. So this means that Elvis exists in this universe. And this Drexler guy is just a massive ripoff artist.
Huh.
I know, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think this boy's a star.
That sounds Ryan way the identical.
Just want to work some of my songs. Nobody wants to hear your song. You're a pretender, buddy. You are nothing.
It's time to tell him the truth. He has a right to know who he is.
I'm not a fan of you, son.
The call you heard was for your life, not mine.
You're breaking my heart, boy.
And then we got Seth Green playing an 18-year-old, and he's, even though Seth Green was about 40 at the time of filming, he still can pull it off.
Yeah.
Joey Pants is in. Oh, yeah, I forgot the good Pants.
You looking at something else?
It's not about the money. I'm tired of being somebody I'm not.
Huh.
I was alone. Made me believe.
Why are there always police involved with you and me?
You called the cops on me?
Oh, that's a little bit funny about that.
Yeah, there's also, yeah, it's like, he's supposed to be 18, but he looks 38.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, it's, you excited?
Yeah, all right, let's give it a shot. Sometime. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to watch it. Oh, I do want to watch it when Trip can watch, because I think she would get a kick out of it since she likes Elvis music. I don't. But,
yeah, it's very hit or miss. I'll give it that. But,
well, just, I prefer, I would rather listen to pop songs, modern pop songs, than Elvis songs, even though I know Elvis songs are technically better. I don't know if, yeah, a lot of it would be kind of me, just us like, wait, what? So Elvis exists in this universe, and then this guy is just a massive ripoff artist.
Yeah, let's get that watch then. That's a bet.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting at the very least.
Yeah,
I'll have to,
I'll go with that.
Yeah. Alrighty, we've been going for about 2.5 hours. I think we can call it good there. Thank you very much. Bye.
Take care.